Hi there, this is Samantha from White Dragon Organics. Today I wanted to talk to you about probiotics and specifically what they are. To put it simply, they are a substance that helps build a good gut flora. The opposite of what an antibiotic does. An antibiotic kind of kills all your gut bacteria, all your bacteria in general, good and bad. A probiotic builds that. Builds in particular the good bacteria. You can get probiotics from a number of different sources. You can take them as a supplement. Many companies offer those now. Or you can take them directly through food. The creation of probiotic foods started long ago, and most cultures have some kind of probiotic food traditionally within their diet. And this evolved through the need to preserve a food crop. So they'd have a crop in the summer, and how would you preserve that? And simply they would ferment it. Traditionally, there are many different probiotic foods. These include things like sauerkraut, kimchi, kombucha, kefir, which is water or milk based. So there are many different probiotic foods available. You can make them or buy them. These foods have gone through a fermentation process, and that's what has built up the bacterium colony. We need a really healthy gut bacterium to be at our best and not have any of these big health issues of our time. There are two main categories of probiotics, which is the lactobacillus, is probably the most well-known, and the bifidum bacterium. There are many different subspecies, and within that, many different strains. And altogether that creates hundreds of different probiotics. And we need the whole spectrum, the whole range of probiotics to have a working gut flora. And so I always recommend people intaking different probiotics in whatever way that they do that. So either with mixing up the fermented foods that they're eating, or adding in a supplement, combining that, because just taking one probiotic strain isn't going to do much. They work symbiotically. That's something to consider if you're wanting to supplement, for instance, like what is the range of different strains? Many probiotics focus on the lactobacillus, and there's like 13, 14 main species within that, and then substrains. So it's a big category. The other thing to consider is prebiotics, and it's not to be confused with probiotics. Prebiotics are the food for the probiotics. So there are many different foods that fall under that category. Things like cabbage, kale, broccoli, onions, garlic, they're all prebiotics. So you need to be ingesting those at the same time as ingesting your probiotics, because that's what's going to feed them. That's what's going to help them colonize your gut, create a really healthy microbial system. How you would do that would be ingesting those foods on a daily basis, or choosing a supplement which contains a prebiotic element, So that's really important, because it doesn't work just to take a probiotic and then still not be focusing on feeding that. That's not going to help your gut in the long term if you really have issues as well, especially. So prebiotics are just as important as probiotics. And I always go as far as saying that maybe it's even more important. You can build up a good gut flora just by taking in more prebiotics, because you do have some beneficial bacteria down there. You wouldn't be alive if you didn't. So if you do a little diet change up and are starting to take in a lot more of those prebiotic foods, you're going to see a reaction in your gut, and your digestion is going to improve naturally. It's going to be a longer process, but that's another way of going about it. For me, I would always recommend a probiotic, for the culture we live in. It's a beneficial thing to do. We have so much outside influence to deal with, which includes our food, our water, the air that we're breathing. Our guts have a very hard time of it. So a probiotics is a really simple way of mitigating that, creating some kind of balance. But that's it for now. I would love you to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be going more in depth. This is just an initial overview of what a probiotic is, and I hope to see you on another video. Thank you so much for watching.